Na 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 Liverpool. Goodbye. Yes, people, welcome back to the only YAHYAH with the one and only, the true YAHYAH Chino Falaci. And today we're talking about Manchester United defeats Liverpool in the FA Cup quarterfinals, booking themselves their plane ticket or train ticket, you know it's Europe, to Wembley. And yes, people, as we know, there was a lot of talk about this game. People saying, oh, Manchester United definitely are going to get spanked, and all the odds were in Liverpool's favor. They were playing 4-1 on the betting odds. Like, it was crazy. And the difference is this game just shows you, right, that on any day, no matter who's in form or not, and not only that, let me just make another point to y'all. But before we do that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications as we can keep bringing you great content going forward. But yes, people, as we see, Manchester United last season, where Manchester United is right now, is where Liverpool was right now. Struggling for form, a little bit of inconsistency here and there. Yes, they weren't on their way to any semi-finals or whatever, but Liverpool was in similar, pushing for the top 4 on a good run. Like, this was Liverpool. And Manchester United went to Liverpool and they lost 7-0. And Manchester United was in a better run of form. They just won the FA Cup. They were feeling confident. They had their players. Yes, they were a bit fatigued. Yes, there was a few injuries. There was no striker. But still, you can see the similarities. Now, here we go again. Manchester United beating Liverpool 4-3. And it was just excellent to see, you know, like the youngsters. It was a show of both teams having academy players on the pitch, which was lovely to see. It was a game of goals, a game of like momentum. That game showed that in an open football, you know, everyone would talk about City and Liverpool and the quality. But let's be honest, that FA Cup game was a lot more exciting than Man City and Liverpool. But they would never say that because, you know why? It don't fit the agenda of them saying how poor Man United is and these are the best 2 teams in the world. And how can Liverpool be one of the best teams in the world right now? Or one of the best teams in the world when they've just had a poor season last season? Like, Arsenal have been more consistent than Liverpool over the last 2 seasons. We can't deny that. We can't deny that fact. And as much as I give Arsenal a lot of crap, that is the truth. So why are we not saying Arteta is one of the best managers in the world right now? You know, they still say he have a lot to learn. But let's be honest. In the last 2 seasons, his team has fought in the hardest league. They've pushed one of the best teams in the world. Let's be honest, that's Man City. And then now, they're fighting again, Champions League quarterfinals. They are first or second in the Premier League, depending on the week. You know, we have to put some respect on the man named them, because if we're out here rating Liverpool, remember 1 year Liverpool was for the quadruple, and they were saying they're the best team ever in history. Man City win a treble last season, and everyone's just talking about 115 charges. I thought we were innocent until proven guilty. And yes, in my eyes, they are guilty as hell. But at the end of the day, they haven't been proven guilty. And even if the verdict comes out that we know that they're guilty, and most likely they probably won't get charged because it's Man City, or they might get slapped on the wrist like 11 points or whatever next season because they won't do it this season because, you know, it doesn't fit the agenda for them. Like, think about it. if they take away 11 or 12 points from Man City right now, okay, it's just going to mess with the whole Premier League and the media and the three-race tie and all how the games are being organized. So they would never do it. Like, I don't know why people think they're going to charge Man City before the end of the season. They're not, because they know they're either going to deduct points from them, or they're going to tell them, like, bro, after the end of this season, y'all are going to get relegated. Or they probably wouldn't. They will never relegate. I don't think they're going to relegate Man City. Like, I just don't see it happen. Too much corruption in football for them to relegate Man City. I just don't see it happening. But who knows? Stranger things has happened. Like, other teams, big teams have been, and it can happen. But I just don't see it happening. I just can't see it happening. But let's jump back into this Liverpool game, right? So Liverpool and Manchester United. Mad game, lots of goals. We saw Amad Diallo getting his chance, scoring the winner. Now, you know this young man, right? People always want to get on Ten Hag, but why aren't we not praising Ten Hag? Amad got his chance, a big moment, came up big for the manager. Didn't sulk, understood, had an injury. I thought he would be a lot more involved this season if he didn't get injured. But he did get injured. So they thought about sending him out on loan when he came back. But because Anthony Martial is done and because other players weren't performing, they kept him around. He got another injury. You can't blame the manager for that player because there's other players in momentum. And he's young. He's not that most physical. And he's playing against physical players. He hasn't played that much senior men's football. Yes, he played in the championship, but that is a championship. We see Luton, we see Burnley, we see Sheffield United. They came up into the Premier League, and what happened? They're going right back down. You know what I mean? So let's just settle down for a second and realize that for a young man coming from that level, even if he was Sunderland's player of the season, I don't think it's that hard to be the most technical player there and score some goals for Sunderland and be their player of the season, right? No disrespect to Sunderland, but I would expect a player coming from Manchester United going to Sunderland with that sort of technical ability to be their player of the season. Like, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Think about if Real Madrid or Man City or any top club sends a player down to a team in a lower league. They expect them to smash it. That's why they send him there. Go smash it. Go learn and smash it. But anyways, he did well, came on, scored the winner. I thought also Conor Bradley was struggling in the game in the second parts versus Garnacho, especially going down in when he came on. He could not handle Garnacho. He could not handle the pace. He was never tight on Garnacho. I think he was tight one time on him in like probably I would say in the extra time, 94th minute, he fought Garnacho. And then Lindelof came across, won the ball, they got the throw-in. Other than that, Conor Bradley was scared. He was scared. And then that started to bring fear into the right centre-back, Kwanzaa, who then you realize started to back up. That's why Rashford started to get a lot more space. Rashford started to play in the spaces between the two teenagers, which on Rashford, I think that was actually excellent on him. And it was a real big tactical battle by Erik ten Hag and Jurgen Klopp. Like, you know, people will say, oh yeah, Manchester United just throw players on there to do things. Nah, if you watch the game, in the 87th minute, he kept it into a back four, but then he started to play one-on-one, except with Harry Maguire. Always, as he plays the ball, he kept moving upwards, and then we went into a back three, right? Then they got the equalizer, and after they getting the equalizer, after Anthony scored the equalizer, then Manchester United then went back into a 4-3-3 in extra time. After Liverpool scored, he went into a back three with Dalot, Maguire, and Anthony, and Bruno Fernandes in the back three. Then you have Anthony a left wing back. You have Garnacho. You have Rashford. You have Ahmad up top. You have Mason Mount playing right wing back. Christian Eriksen and Scott McTominay in the middle of the park. Now, people are going to now say about Eric Ten Hag, oh, this man is a joke now. And all this tactical, not tactically astute and all this. And I see lots of people. Yeah, y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those on my Facebook. Talking mad craziness about Eric Ten Hag. Every player he brought on today made a difference. Some of them were his buys. You see Mason Mount play right wing back today. You see the same Harry Maguire that y'all wanted to leave. Played one-on-one against Cody Gakpo and Darwin Núñez. Two of the quickest players in Europe right now, not at Liverpool right now. Harry Maguire played one-on-one with two inexperienced defenders in a back three playing next to him. And he dominated. He created more chances today as a centre-back in that game than any centre-back in the game. How many chances Maguire create today? And I won't go on there and say, good game today, Maguire. Congratulations. But make him make a mistake now. The whole y'all on the man. This is what I mean. Stop being hypocrites. Give Jack his jacket. Give Jane her jacket. Give Joe his jacket. Give Malcolm his jacket when they are due. Give people their jackets. Stop being hypocrites. Then we see Jurgen Klopp now, even thanking Manchester United, even saying Manchester United came out and played an excellent game. You still have pundits saying, oh, I don't think Manchester United lost today. No, they were like, I don't think Manchester United won today. I just think Liverpool played poor today. Are you taking a piss, bro? They went to extra time. Extra time against a team who just ran Man City to the ground. And we are sitting here and saying that Manchester United didn't play well. Liverpool just played poor. And it was 7 goals in the game. Man, like, it's just like the 7-0. Manchester United were not poor. It was not a 7-0 game. Even Klopp said that. That was not a 7-0 game. But what happened is momentum. So stop it, you pundits from ESPN FC. I see you. I watch you. I know what you say. And I'm out here. Because y'all always doing this. Why? Like, the team played well. They deserve their props. They put in the work. They worked hard. They had the highest XG. They had more shots on target, less possession, less passes. Fine. But they won the game. So they played well. How are you saying that everyone wants to see a performance from Manchester United that they work hard? But then you say, oh, they didn't work hard, or Liverpool didn't play well. That's why United won. This don't make any sense, right? Then, let's talk about Mohamed Salah and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. That battle today was excellent. Trust me. Watching that battle today, and also that man in the picture there, Bruno Fernandes, having a brilliant game, a captain's game, playing centre-back with damaged ankle, playing as a CDM, playing as a right winger, creating chances, taking shots, even with a bad ankle, still taking corners. You can't ask no more from a captain performance. You can't. Yeah, he gave the ball away here and there. Yes, he could be better, but that is Bruno Fernandes. That is what you get with Bruno Fernandes. Stop highlighting when the man gives away 4 balls in the game, because De Bruyne did it against Man U. He did it against Liverpool till the point they took him off. And the media more look at Kevin De Bruyne and Pep Guardiola's like little hiss than they look at how many bad passes he gave away in the game. Why? The manager had to take him off. But Bruno Fernandes again doing his thing. But let's talk about Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Haven't played in 2 months. Coming back playing against Mo Salah, who hasn't played in a while as well. I give him that. And he still scored. But Wan-Bissaka had him in his pocket to the point Salah didn't even want to try dribble Wan-Bissaka. He realized a few times, if you watch over the game, he tried to cut inside and he just stopped. And he just passed the ball and he just went back. Because he knows he's cutting inside on the Spider's right side. And once he do that, he in trouble. You ain't going to win that battle. The goal he scored was a free goal. Bam Darwin Luda's good follow-up, boom. You can't really do anything about that. And let's talk about those goals as well. Liverpool actually scored 2 deflections and a rebound. Manchester United scored some really good goals today. And we actually have to commend them on that. We also have to really be like Liverpool had some chances, some overload, they had 2 chances. They had a 5-on-2 and they had a 3-on-2 and they did not score them. But then also, Marcus Rashford had some big chances and didn't score them. But he created some massive chances. And even when he created those chances, I'm telling you, Scott McTominay should have scored. But let's talk about Scott McTominay. Good goal by the young man early in the game. But playing next to this man on the screen right here. Listen, Kobe Mainoo, I'm saying it right now, is a generational talent. We talk about Jude Bellingham. We talk about Phil Foden. We have to talk about Kobe Mainoo. Kylian Mbappe. Yo, this young man is on those levels. Like, I'm not even gassing. When I talk about generational talent, yo, watching him today, it's like he's playing in the park with his friends. He just knows that, okay, I'm playing against men, but yo, it's like Sunday League. I'm going to toy around. Yeah, if I lose the ball, whatever, but he don't lose it. The kid easily dribbles through 2, 3, 4 players like a joke. Like a joke. And he's such a great midfielder. He plays at the 6. He plays at the 8. He plays at the 10. Listen, he's Manchester United. Next season, I'm putting this down right now, he's going to be United's best midfielder. And probably in the next 5 years, he's probably going to be the best midfielder at the club. No joke. This kid is unbelievable. Like, people, it's something that we really need to pay attention to. And people are wondering why Gareth Southgate didn't pick him for England, right? I honestly respect that decision. He's 18 years old. Bro, go win the under-21 as the captain. Go do that. You don't need to play for England right now because you're not going to start. How is he going to start in front of Phil Foden, Declan Rice, and Jude Bellingham? How? It's not possible. It's not possible. And yes, he can come on as a substitution, but those 3 midfielders are very durable. Jude Bellingham and Declan Rice can play 120 every 3 days. No joke. They're that good. That's why they were at 100 million. Because they're good at what they do. They're no joke. Phil Foden, a generational talent. He just won't play. He just won't play. You have other people banging on the doors as well. You have James Maddison. You have Ward-Prowse. Jordan Henderson. Still, people might laugh, but Jordan Henderson deserves to be there. So you can't just bring Kobe Mainoo into this just because he is at a club that is poor at the moment and he's their bright light. That don't mean he's England's bright light. He has a bright future, and the bulb is definitely over his head lit right now. But let the kid stay calm, And this is why people need to respect Gareth Southgate, because these are the decisions you need to make as a great manager in order for you to be able to make these decisions. And also, remember, this is why we should also respect Gareth Southgate, because England was never in a position where they could make a young talent like Kobe Mainoo wait to develop into something great. They're now in that position, and that's because thanks to Gareth Southgate. Let's talk about this man here answering some critics. And it meant so much to this young man right here, Anthony. You know, honestly, I felt it for him. You know, I was this close to crying for you, Anthony. Because I saw when you scored that goal, you cried. I saw what it meant to you. I saw when you came on with the intention to make these fans know you want to be here. You want to show why you were the 85 million. You want to show people why you're supposed to be playing for Manchester United. And don't get me wrong. I'm not hyping me up on saying, yo, Anthony, yeah, he answered the critics because one game. But also, for a second, let's look at this. This man, in two big moments, he's came on, he scored the winner, and he scored the equalizer. Barcelona and the equalizer now at Liverpool. Then he goes and plays left back. Then he goes and plays left wing back. Respect this young man, because, you know, you don't find lots of players. After also, don't forget, he just scored the equalizer. And then he's asked to go and play left back, especially after not scoring in such a long time. Then he goes and plays left wing back. And all he does is work hard. He even wins a header when we have 10 men. He even wins a header when we have 10 men in the last couple minutes of the game. I think over Darwin Núñez. Like, Anthony, you did well today. Put some respect on this man's name, because this man is also a talent. I wouldn't say generational talent, but this man is a talent. You know, even watching how he collect the ball in tight spaces, right? It's not easy to take a ball on your back foot, right? In a tight space with two players around you. Shift it as well onto your stronger foot and try to curl it in the top corner. And he did that effortlessly, many times. I feel like sometimes he could have just tucked the ball to for Rashford to just tuck the ball home. And that's where the little intelligence comes in. But let's not forget, Anthony's only like, 21 years old. He's not Kobe Mainoo. And that's why Kobe Mainoo is a generational talent. But you know, the man that really stole the show today are these two young men right here. Alejandro, the next Garnacho, and Marcus. Rashford. What a player. Yo, these two young men today gave Liverpool hell. You know, Virgil van Dijk did not want to see Marcus Rashford. You realize when Manchester United went man-on-man, Liverpool struggled with the intensity. Van Dijk could not handle Rashford. He couldn't. He had no idea how to handle Rashford. And no one's talking about this. Rashford was just pulling off of the centre-backs like Joe. He had so many chances in key moments. Look at the goal he scored. He started on Van Dijk. He pulled off to Kwanzaa's side and he just tucked it home. He pulled off of Van Dijk and then Kwanzaa was coming across and he just tucked it home. Marcus Rashford is a player. And this is another goal he scored again. He's probably going to end the season with 12, 14 goals and couple assists. He could have had like 3 assists today. McTominay, Garnacho could have scored from Rashford today. You know, unless Alejandro Garnacho, this young man is a different talent. Still has a lot to learn, but now you see him trying to pass the ball, trying to make crosses, no longer just taking the shots on, no longer just trying to run past his defender. Now he slows the game down, now he speeds it up when he wants. He's going to be dangerous. Do I think he'll start every game next season? No. Because I think ultimately the starting front three will be Rashford, Højlund, and Anthony next season. But this young man, you need rotation, you need players, because that's what City have. And this young man is that. He can play right wing, left wing. And I wouldn't be surprised sometimes next season if Ten Hag tries a Garnacho, Anthony, Mount behind a Rashford. Trust me, I can see that happening a lot next season as well, because that is going to be a dangerous team to play with. You know, sometimes you look at Manchester United and you look at the young talents around, and people don't give this club enough credit for how many academy products are on the pitch, playing all the time. Rashford, Garnacho, Amad Diallo basically is an academy product. Kobe Mainoo, Scott McTominay played today. And those are names you hear playing on a regular. You know, you just hear about Bradley. You just start hearing about the Kwanzas and them. But, okay, you heard about the Elliots. You've heard about the Trent Alexander-Arnolds. The Curtis Jones now and again. But that's it. That's it. And only one of those players actually, you can say, have a big part in Liverpool's success, which is Trent. And it's Manchester United actually needs some respect, because it's one of the only few top clubs in world football that actually still believe in doing this. You know, you have Arsenal still trying to do it, but not really, because, and maybe that's also because of where the teams are in terms of the quality, but these are quality players I'm calling. You know, they all are good at what they do. They all are like generational talent, except McTominay. But Rashford is a boss. Garnacho is a boss. Mainoo is a boss. So, Amad, technically, crazy. So, I think Manchester United needs a bit more respect. And Ten Hag for keeping that Manchester United DNA. Young players, electric, attacking football. And that's more goals for Manchester United again for 2024. But this guy right here, always a little sulk. Still, in my opinion, the most overrated centre-back in the history of football. And I say that with my chest held high. Virgil van Dijk is the most overrated centre-back in the history of football. There's so many great centre-backs that have played the football game. And for people to be rating this man the best ever, some people, it's ridiculous. You know, Rio Ferdinand, for one, better than what Virgil van Dijk is even now. Sergio Ramos, better than what he was right now. Should I name more? Look at Pepe. Virgil van Dijk will not be what Pepe is at 41 years old. He will not. He will not. Like, you know, people laugh when I say this, but Rudiger is a serious defender. You know, Antonio Rudiger played with a Chelsea team that wasn't that good, and he was a massive bright light. People just put that under the radar now. When he was playing next, oh my God, the gem of the gems of the gem, Thiago Silva. How is this guy better than those players? John Terry, Stam, Man, even Vincent Kompany was no joke. Like, let's put some respect on these centre-backs' names that have set platforms for Van Dijk to be great. You know, Van Dijk is great because those players were great. Imagine Rio Ferdinand was a ball-playing centre-back in that time. Think about how long ago that was, and now we're seeing ball-playing centre-backs, and that's what he was. Come on, let's now have a conversation about best centre-backs ever to play the game and call Van Dijk and them, because that is disrespecting. And that is why you don't compare players. That's why you enjoy players for just the players they are. Because they try to hype this man up so much. And today, again, he showed volatility. It showed frailty. When United went one-on-one, when United were running down his channels, he could not handle. But yes, people, all that to say, right, is Manchester United played a very good game. It was quality. This game was really good. Liverpool played a really good game as well. As a fan of football, I really enjoyed watching this game. You know, it was fun. It was electrifying. And I just hope that we can enjoy football like this all the time. It's not possible, but I hope we can. And also, you know, football nowadays has, I feel like, become such a massive talking point. But I don't think we, as fans of football, enjoy it as much because of how much goes into the media and creative content and all this. But games like this actually make you enjoy watching football again, no matter, because even if Liverpool won today, United fans could be upset, but at the end of the day, you could enjoy watching your team out there battle, give 100% for the club, for the badge, for you as a fan, and show why they deserve to be playing for the club and why they enjoy representing the club. And for me, that is what I really enjoyed watching today. You could have seen the passion of both teams wanting to win for their club. And I think that had a lot to do with the academy players on the pitch. And I think that is why it's very important for a lot of clubs around Europe to always integrate academy players, because it's these grassroots programs and these academy players are what really shows you what the club is made about. And yes, sometimes they might not be the most talented, but they give 150% for the club every time. And that it was very enjoyable to watch today. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. Keep hitting the bell for notifications as we keep bringing you great content going forward. Yes, it's Manchester United beating Liverpool on to the semi-finals at Wembley, where there is a possible Manchester derby as a final again. But you have to get past Coventry, Manchester United. So keep enjoying the show. Keep sending me DMs. Keep sending me the comments. Keep liking the page. Keep subscribing. And yes, people, always remember, stay sexy.